right, welcome back to another episode of In the Field with Sarge. This week we're in Garrison. We're going to be testing out some equipment. I had a subscriber ask about a budget family tent. So we're going to do a review right now on the Ozark Trail's 10-person modified dome tent with screen porch. It has an attached front screen room which helps keep insects out, 2 removable divider curtains that separate the tent into 3 rooms. It has a rollback rain fly on both sides of the roof for maximum ventilation. It has a seam-taped rain fly for superior weather protection. Now this supposedly sleeps 10. Of course, we all know that that's on the floor, shoulder to shoulder, stuffed in like sardines minus equipment. The total overall length is, or size, is 17 feet by 13 feet 6 inches. It can fit 3 queen-size air mattresses. It has a 6-foot 8-inch center height and has 3 rooms. Now this we got at Walmart for a little bit over $100. You can find them on sale sometimes for $89. This has it's advertised as spacious interior with the rollback roof fly. It has an attached front mud mat, a media pocket, storage pockets, gear loft with lantern loop, and an E-port for an extension cord when you're out glamping. So there it is. We're going to go ahead and get set up and see how easy this is to put together. I'm going to try to do it with myself, but the adorable wife is here, and she'll assist me if needed. Now this tent, of course, is a family tent. Weight, of course, is an issue here. This whole kit weighs about, I'd say, 35 pounds. But when you're family camping, this fits into a nice case. It looks weatherproof as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll set up the tent. We'll check it for ease of setting it up, and then we'll look at some of the construction and see if it's right for you. We'll be right back. Instructions are inside the bag on a weatherproof piece of material. Don't return this item to the retailer. And it tells you how to fold the tent once you're done. So we'll get started. That looks like the equipment storage net. Rain flies. And of course, an ample bag of heavy-duty tent stakes. I don't really prefer these. We'll use them for this demonstration. I usually use these. These are about $1.50 at any outdoor outfitter. And they're really heavy duty and they work great. Alright, so per the instructions, they say to lay it out flat with the floor side down and stake it in, so that's what I'm going to do next. For now, we're just going to go ahead and stake down the 4 corners because I don't know how the grommets for the poles are going to work out and whether or not they're going to be needed to be adjusted or not. So I'm going to hold off on staking the rest. Alright, this is basically to put all the poles together. The 2 longest ones are for the center, and then there's one for the outer side. So, got to be the main ones. They're fiberglass collapsible poles. They do withstand quite a bit. I do prefer metal, but these will definitely work well. It says extend the fiberglass tent poles by pulling out each section and placing it into the metal ferrule connectors. You have 5 poles. The 2 longest poles, A, are the main tent poles. The other pair of poles, B, will be used for the sides of the tent. And the 5th pole, C, is for the front screen porch. While making sure the sleeves are in line with each other, slide the main tent poles through the line sleeves that are opposite each other on the roof of the tent. Be sure to put the poles through the loop at the center of the roof. Position poles so that they form an X across the tent. Alright, so I don't know if this is a smart move doing it now or wait until the other tent pole is in there. But we shall see. All right, there it is. Let me see if I can move this on the tripod. Now I did put the rain fly up and I tied the guides to the fence there. But all in all, for a disabled veteran, it took me 1 hour to set this up with no previous reading of the instructions or any prior experience with this kind of a dome tent. So it actually, for 1 hour, one person, it was kind of a struggle for one person, but two people, it should go real quick. So let's go inside and look around. Let's look at some of the construction, and we'll go from there. Now, the first thing that I saw that I really wasn't impressed with was these guides for your tie downs are only single stitched. Even on the back, they're just single stitched. Everything else is double stitched. Now, let me see if I can manipulate this camera and see what everybody else is seeing. There we go. All the other stitching on it is double stitched. The main zipper for the screen room is double stitched as well. Okay, everything looks pretty good. I mean, it's not a world-class survival tent by far, but for the family, I mean, it's pretty spacious. Now, there is another partition that goes right here, which will block off that half of the tent, or that third of the tent. It's got a pretty big window. There is no tie-up for the flap on the window, but if you roll it up, there's enough of an area between the screen and the tent that you can stuff it. There's your equipment bag that's built into the inner core of the tent. Lots of tie downs. Here it is with the partition up. One thing I really liked about the partition was, as you could see, there's a clip here and a clip here, and then there's a pretty big gap there until you get to the clip. So when you come in, you know, all you have to do is unclip that bottom clip and you can go into your compartment. And of course there's storage in each area. And that's about it for the interior. I do have the fan set up and a couple of the rechargeable lanterns with the bug zapper built into it. Screen room is okay. You can put two people in here with a card table, maybe 3 or 4 if you get real tight. I've got the big camp chair right there. So the adorable wife is going to outfit the interior, and I'll come over here and say hi to my buddy Sarge, who's running away. And the tie-outs for the tent, like I said, single stitched, but not too bad. It should hold up very well. I don't know if it's waterproof or not. The fly does roll back, so you can get some air circulation. There's one of your grommets for it. And let me just get this. There we go. All right. So on the whole, it's great. It's got a lot of tie-down points, a lot of anchors. Should be able to withstand the winds. Let's see if we can get you up top. So for a $100 tent, it's pretty adequate if you're just going to bring your family out for, you know, a getaway or a vacation. You know, extreme weather camping, of course, it's a total different realm. But on the whole, not bad. There is a port here, so you can put your extension cord in there if you're at a campground that provides electricity. So I like it. And back in the day when all my kids were at home and I had all 5 of them here, this would be perfect for it. So later on today, we'll give it a sprinkle test with the garden hose, see if it leaks. The adorable wife's going to get the cots going, and we'll put some moving blankets on the floor for a little bit more cushioning. And other than that, it's not a bad tent. Well, good morning, everyone. We made it through the night. It's a little breezy out this morning, but not too bad. Tent's been up now for 4 days, 5 days, 4 days. It's handled very well. We had a slight sprinkle, no leaks, no nothing. I'll definitely want to do some waterproofing on it though, just to be sure. It handled the winds last night extremely well. So I'm pretty impressed. For a budget tent, it's not too bad. You know, the quality isn't the greatest, but it'll definitely hold up for a little bit. And it's definitely perfect size for a big family. So there you have it. And I'll be signing off for this one. We're sorry it's a little late. We had some family members that had been going through some rough times with some grief and loss, so we've been keeping ourselves available for them. So with that, we'll see you next time on In the Field with Sarge. Take care, everybody.